Hello there, I'm Steve. Thanks very much for inviting me to play at the Nottstopping Festival. Hope you're all having a good festival. I can't see you all, of course, but I can picture you in my mind. I'm thinking you might be sitting outside. Perhaps you put a tent up somewhere, made yourself some festival food. I'm sure you're wearing your fairy wings. And yeah, that's how I see it anyway. And I'll play some tunes, mostly traditional tunes, and the odd song for you in this set. And I'll start off with a couple of tunes, a setting of a traditional Scottish song called Jock o' Hazeldine, and then a tune called The Banks of the Bann, although some of you may recognise it as a familiar hymn tune. I think it's a Lord of All Faithfulness. So as always with this kind of instrumental sort of music and traditional music, there's a fair amount of tuning and retuning involved. So we're now going to go into probably the rest of the set in an attempt to retune the guitar. Not bad, nearly a world record. So yeah, I'll sing you I'll sing you a song. This is a love song. Although it is a kind of dark and miserable love song in a way, but love song all the same it is. Traditional song called Black is the Colour of My True Love's Hair. There have been lots of traditional versions of this, but also a fantastic sort of jazz version by Nina Simone. Absolutely brilliant. I'm no Nina Simone. No, I'm not playing the piano, and boy, I can't sing like that. But all the same, it's a great song, and yeah, let's have a go at it. Black is the colour of my true love's hair. Her lips are like some roses fair. She has the sweetest face, the gentlest hands. I love the ground on where she stands. I love my love, and this she knows. I love the ground on where she goes, and how I wish the day would come when my love and I could be as one, because black is the colour . Go to the Clyde to mourn and weep. Not satisfied, I cannot sleep. I write her a letter, just a few short lines, and suffer death 10,000 times, because black is the colour . Black is the colour. Black is the colour. Right, I'll have a bit of a tea break. Yeah, the nice comforts about playing from home with all the things you need around you. A cup of tea, should I need it? Bit of a break, sit down on the sofa, read a book maybe, while having a rest. Not so much fun for you, of course, but yes, lots and lots of things to do. So, yeah, we'll try another tune for you. And this involves a bit more retuning, so let's do that bit first, and then I'll tell you what it's all about. So yeah, I'll play you a piece now that was composed by a character called Turlough O'Carolan, and he was a harpist and a bard who was sort of kicking around Ireland a few hundred years ago, travelling between the homes of rich patrons and writing tunes for them. And I think, by all accounts, having a pretty rare old time. I think he was a bit of a drinker, legendarily once tied his best friend up in a sack and left him outside a pub all night to make sure he would settle up a drinking debt next morning, for example. So lots of legends about him. But he composed some beautiful music, and it's almost kind of Ireland's national composer in many ways. So I'll play you a kind of Turlough O'Carolan piece. These would have been written for harp, but lots and lots of people try and set them for guitar because they are so lovely to play. This one's called O'Carolan's Concerto, and there is a bit of a story behind this tune as well. Apparently, the Italian classical composer Geminiani was staying in Dublin and sort of summoned O'Carolan to see him, or they got to meet, and there was a bit of a kind of friendly competition. Geminiani played a piece to Carolyn, which apparently Carolyn then played back to him, you know, having heard it the once, and then Carolyn extemporised this piece of music that's called Carolyn's Concerto. I'd love to think the legend's true, who knows, but I'd love to think it was. But either way, it's a lovely tune, probably the most kind of classical of these pieces in its kind of feel that I've encountered. So some of you, especially the guitarists, may be wondering about this unusual instrument that I'm playing that's kind of decorated all this kind of Celtic knotwork over its front, and actually if you look over its back, top, kind of sound, headstock even kind of hidden away underneath. And as well as being an instrument, this guitar is a research project. Because when I'm not playing this kind of music, I work at the University of Nottingham in the Mixed Reality Lab. And one of the projects we've been doing is thinking about how can digital technologies add stories to everyday objects? What kind of stories could a valuable thing like a guitar tell you about where it had been, what it had done, how it was made, that might kind of bring more meaning to you? And so we made this guitar about 5 years ago, and we documented everything we can about how it was made in the workshop and the woods and the craft that we used, but also who's played it as we've lent it to lots of other people. You can get at this information through the guitar itself. You can take your phone or a tablet and scan these decorations, because they're a bit like QR codes. Scanning them with a phone will take you somewhere on the internet, except they're more beautiful, and we call them art codes. Well, if that all seems a bit abstract or out there, perhaps a demonstration. So look, I'm going to introduce a second camera now. Just switch it on, different camera view. Here we go. So yeah, This is what the ArtCode software is seeing when it's looking through the camera on my computer here. And all the time it's searching this image, looking for codes. And if I bring an ArtCode close enough, here one pops up and it's saying playlist. And if I select the blue button there that says playlist, you can see it. This takes me to Carolyn's YouTube channel. And there are lots and lots of videos of people who've played it in the past. Let's take a look. Remy Harris, there he is. At the top is a really terrific jazz player who played some kind of beautiful music on Carolyn. Tim Eady, the folk musician, he took it on stage, and lots of other people have played it as well. Yeah, there are other codes we can find maybe. So when I scan this sound hole on the top, it says user guide. It's a bit weird, but this is a little removable object, and this is where I get inside the guitar to fix the battery, and so that guide will tell me everything I need to know. It also has got lots of tips about how to record the instrument and what kind of mics sound good and all that kind of thing. Let's take a look at another one. There are lots of codes you can scan on this instrument. So here's one on the back, and this says let's play. And now Carolyn's actually inviting me to have a jam along with it. I suppose it's a bit like a looping pedal. It's going to bring some stuff back I can play. So yeah, let's see if we can select that. Let's see what it throws up. Maybe we can have a jam. Well, a suspicious looking character. I wonder who this is. We'll listen. tell you what, I think we're running out of time, so I'll get these headphones off. And yeah, I'll play just one more song before we go. And once again, we'll have to tune up. Yeah, I'm going to come bang up to date with a song from the 20th century, so a bit of a modern song. And I don't know, if you're struggling a bit in these times, and hope this one might kind of, might cheer you up a little bit. It's a song by Jeff Lynne. It's an ELO song, although a more modern one, if there is such a thing, called The Sun Will Shine on You. So yeah, thanks once again, Not Stopping, for inviting me to play. Hope you enjoyed the set, and I hope we might get to meet up face to face sometime. But until then, the sun will shine on you. You've got to learn how to cry before you learn how to fall. You've got to turn from the darkness and go through it all. But just remember that it's all right. It's all right to be true, and then the sun will shine on you. You've got to try to remember the promises that you made. You've got to hold on to yourself, never be afraid of foolish notions that try to get you, no matter what you do. But the sun will shine on you. Anything that you want, you can have it for your own. It was always there for you, if only you had known. So try to find it, try to love it, try to see it through, then the sun will shine. The sun will shine on you. 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 will shine on you. Sun will shine on you. And on you and you and you. Thank you. Hope to see you again.